How's it going, everyone? My name is Logan Kashak. I am a real estate agent with eXp Realty in Ohio, around the Cleveland area. I mostly service the Cuyahoga and Medina area. And I wanted to make a video because I know a bunch of people every single year become real estate agents. So I wanted to make a video on how much it costs to get your license, as well as what the reoccurring costs every year are to keep that license. So I'm gonna try to make this really short. So before I go on a tangent or anything, let's just jump right into it. So when you wanna get your real estate license, obviously one of the first expenses you're going to have is going to be real estate school. Now personally, I went to Hondros College, which is one of the more expensive schools. For me, I think it was really worth it. I got their highest package that included flashcards, crammers, things like that I think honestly really helped me pass the test. Personally, I've actually taken the test 2 times. I passed it both times on the first try, and both times I used the Hondros crammers. I thought they were really helpful. But obviously this cost is going to depend on what school you take. So after you go through school, then what you're going to need to do is send in your realtor application fee. You're going to have to get your background check. After you send those in and everything's good, you're going to take your exam. And so we can see here the background check is $72, PSI exam fee, which is the Ohio, that's what it's through PSI. That's $63, and then the application fee is $81. So as you can see, it's gonna start adding up, but obviously it's worth it if you wanna become an agent. After you pass your test, the first fees you're going to pay are going to be your local association application fee, which if you don't already know, when you join the National Association of Realtors, you're going to join one of your local associations. So for me, I'm a part of the Medina County Board of Realtors Association. So that's who I pay my dues through, and that's where my membership is. They give me specific things and different access to applications. Again, it's going to vary, and so are the fees, especially state by state, and even I believe through your local association, the fees are going to be a little bit different just based on what they give you. But again, there's going to be a $50 local association fee, and then as well as a application fee for the Ohio Realtors, which is statewide. And then here's the big one that you're going to pay every single year. For me, this is $696. This is my National Association of Realtors fees for state, local, and national. So for me, I pay this once a year, and I believe the payments are actually split semi-annually, but I just did in total. This is how much it is for me. Again, this is going to vary, especially state by state, but this should give you a pretty good idea of what it's going to be. Next is going to be another variable cost, but I think a lot of brokerages, this is where they sit, and the next one's going to be the new agent fee. So basically just for onboarding, most brokerages charge a one-time fee. For eXp in Ohio, for me, it was $159. And then just to do a full circle, the first year on your birthday after you get your license, that's when you renew your license. So even if it hasn't been a full year, they just do it on your birthday just to keep it really easy. Just as an example, I think the first time I got my license was in June, and my birthday's in January, so I only had about 6 months before I had to renew that license again. After you renew it the first year though, after that you only have to renew it every 3 years. And with that comes some continuing education, but that's not that bad. You can get a lot of it for free, and it's over a 3-year period, so I didn't even include it in here. So with that, the startup costs just for getting your license the first time, depending on what brokerage you do and what school you do, is going to probably be around $2,800 and $3,000. Now moving on, some of these are repeats, but as we can see, these are going to be reoccurring yearly costs. So for me, my MLS access, which is the multiple listing service, for me, that's $456 a year. That's going to be every single year that you're an agent. You have to pay for the MLS. Again, with me, that's billed semi-annually at $228. So every 6 months, I pay $228. eXp Realty charges me $94.90 a month. And that's just to cover costs for all of the tools and things that they give us. Again, personally, that might seem like a lot, but eXp offers you a lot. I'm planning on making a future video on everything that eXp gives you. I've been a part of a different brokerage, and I've got to say eXp gives you a lot. So for me, $95 is absolutely nothing and is completely worth it. But that $94.90 a month comes in at $1,138 per year. So it does stack up. It is a little expensive to get your license and to maintain it. Again, for the monthly fees, this is going to be based on your brokerage. They differ, but I think they're all kind of right around the $70 to $100 a month mark. Again, here's the association due. So again, for me, that was $696 per year. You're going to pay that every single year. It's not just a one-time fee. It's going to be every single year. And then again, every time you have to renew your license right now in Ohio, it's $182. I don't really know. I don't really think this price changes very often, but obviously it can as the years go on. And so again, your reoccurring costs then are going to be about $2,200 to $2,400 per year. So with that, again, your first year, you're probably going to spend about $4,500 before you even spend money on things like office supplies and marketing. So these are just the startup costs. And then every year after that, to maintain your license, the costs are going to be about $2,200 a year. So with that, if you wanted to talk about this further, especially about EXP and what EXP offers, I think it's an amazing brokerage. You can reach out to me. Here's my number and my email address. I'd recommend either sending me an email or texting me. I'll also put this in the description, and I'll also post the link to this presentation in the description. So if you're thinking about getting your license and you want to come back and look at these numbers, 3 months later, you can save the link that I put in the description and you can go back and look at it. Also, if you're a real estate agent and there's something that I forgot in here, please let me know, put it in the comments. I'll pin the comment down below just so everyone can go down there. I don't think I missed anything. I know I got the big ones. Again, this is just an average. It's going to vary state to state. But with all that, if you guys liked the video, please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.